Hi guys, it's Stacy from Stacy Sells Philly, and I hope everyone is having a wonderful evening. As promised, I'm back on tonight with another lender to talk to you guys about buying a home. Listen, I know it's the holidays and I know everyone is getting ready for next week and then in a couple of weeks, but I wanted to come on and share because it's not too late to buy a house before the holidays. So just remember that. And also, guys, I just want to say, thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of the shares you do of my videos, all of the referrals that you guys give me, just all of the love watching my videos and coming on Saturday mornings and these Thursday evening chats. I'm just so appreciative and thankful. Each and every one of you have just made the last year fantastic. And if you guys didn't know this, I want to tell you this. This is how grateful and thankful I am. I am able to give 10% of all of my earnings to a charity known as Episcopal Community Services. So year to date, I've been able to give them $5,200. So guys, thank you so much. Thank you for everything you do. And as always, if you need me, you know how to reach me. If you want to talk to me, if you have a question, you know how to get to me. Here's my information. All right, guys, get ready to listen to and hear and ask questions of Julie Hislop from Prosperity Home Loans. And she's going to talk about a couple of special programs that they have at Prosperity for first-time home buyers. Whether it's the last 3 years, the first time ever you've purchased a home, she's going to tell you how she can help. And just in general, we want to talk again about home ownership and how to get a mortgage. There's a lot of misconceptions out there, and I just want you guys to be as educated as possible. So she's going to talk a little bit about how to be qualified, how to become qualified to buy a house with a mortgage. All right, guys, this is Stacy from Stacy Sells Philly. Bad. Look at that morning. Bad evening. All right, let's bring Julie on. Hey, Julie.
Stacy. Hey guys. Thanks for having me on the call tonight. I'm
Oh,
excited to chat with you all about buying a home and the process of the first steps to get started. And also just about one of our favorite programs, my favorite program for first time homebuyers and people that need some down payment assistance. So, a little bit about me. I am Julie, obviously, as Stacy introduced me. I've been working with Prosperity Mortgage, formerly Trident Mortgage, now for about 6 years. And I work on a team with another loan officer, Matthew Matz. And we have a wonderful assistant, Alexis. So the three of us take on your loan from start to finish. One of the misconceptions that we hear all the time is just, I don't have this huge down payment, and how do I get before I have 20%? Because there's that old school misconception that you have to have 20% or tens of thousands of dollars to get started. But the wonderful thing is that there are so many programs out there. One of them I'm going to highlight today, but that you can do 3.5% down, 5% down, and then get some down payment assistance. So that would help you out with the down payment, the closing costs, and really getting your foot in the door. So that you don't have to do another rental with a first, last, and security deposit.
exactly. I love it. That's right. Julie says, stop paying your landlord and become a homeowner. So let me just reintroduce you one more time, Julie. This is Julie Hislop from Prosperity Home Loans. Here is her information down below. You guys know who I am. I am Stacy Sells Philly. And we are here talking about home ownership. Again, guys, I'm going to keep talking about it until everyone who can hear my voice owns a home. And we're
to do it.
exactly. And we're also talking about home loans and what they're doing. And Julie's going to talk here a little bit about first-time homebuyer programs and or down payment assistance. All right, Julie, I want to just say this. Which came first, the lender or the agent? So this is like a chicken and the egg question.
It is a good question. I think they come hand in hand. Personally, you have
Right.
to be hooked up with a great lender so that you know what you can get when you go out into the market.
Exactly.
An awesome agent is going to be the one to help you once you have that pre-qual in hand, or connect with them first and then get the pre-qual in hand. Then they can take you out really knowing what you can afford so they can show you houses that are going to fit within your budget.
Exactly. So guys,
Yep.
let's say that one more time, Julie. It's neither the agent or the lender, but guys, if we go out and look for houses, there's nothing you can do if you don't have a pre-qualification or a pre-approval. So you need to speak to a lender very early on in your home purchasing and buying process to become aware of what your overall budget is so that you can be informed, you can inform your agent, and you can look at homes that fit your budget. All right, just wanted to say that.
Absolutely, I agree. And having those estimates in hand really help. And that way, Stacy knows exactly what you can afford, what you can go for, what neighborhoods to target, all that wonderful stuff.
That's right. So Julie, tell us about these programs.
Yep. So PHFA is the program I'm going to highlight today, Pennsylvania State Housing Authority. They run within the state of Pennsylvania, but we do have similar programs for our other states. So if you're looking at other states, totally fine. You know, we could discuss those programs too. Today I'm highlighting Pennsylvania version. So Pennsylvania Housing Authority has a program that allows you to get 5% of your purchase price towards your down payment. So like I said earlier, the down payments that you need on an FHA loan is 3.5%, and on a conventional loan, the minimum is 3%. So that means you can get your whole down payment covered plus an additional 1.5 to 2% towards your closing costs.
Oh wow.
Yep. Yep.
Well, so I don't want to put you on the spot. Can we do a quick math?
Yep.
Do some
So
quick math.
if you were to get a house, say 200,000, the amount that you would be able to get from PHFA would be $10,000 to cover closing costs, down payment, as much of it as you could cover. Now, say you need around the city of Philadelphia, probably taxes are $150 a month, so you'd need about 18,000 or so for a FHA loan to do 3.5% down on a $200,000 purchase price. With the PHFA loan, you're getting $10,000 from the state. And that money can be used down payment, closing costs. So you would only need around $8,000 to get into that home, which, like we spoke about earlier, is pretty much first, last, and security deposit, maybe a little extra that you'll have to save up. The other good news is you can get a gift. So if you have a family member or someone that's willing to help you out, you can always use that for the portion that you're required to bring to the table.
So I want to say this, guys. You heard what Julie had to say. Please understand the assignment, okay? I know that's what the kids say. Understand the assignment, because here is the deal. It's almost the end of the year, and some of you are going to get some nice money back in your tax returns. That might be a good time to come up with this money. But there are other places that you can get this money. Julie also said that you can ask for a gift from a family member. Where can this money come from? So we said down payment assistance of 5%. But the rest of the money, where can it come from? I want people to understand where it can come from.
Yeah, a gift would be great. Any family member can give you a gift. If you're able to get a bonus or something from work, some people get holiday bonuses and things like that. Anything from your employer is allowed. And if the property would be able to allow for it, now some will not in this market because it's crazy. The seller assistance is always an option on something that, you know, Stacy can advise you on how to really structure the offer to include that. And what a seller assist would do would be for the seller to kick back some money towards your closing costs so that you didn't have to bring as much out of pocket to the table. So you can get up to 6% on an FHA of the purchase price and up to 3% on conventional with the minimum down payment standard.
Okay. All right. Up to 6%. Up to 6%. Okay, that's good. And where else can people get money from? What else is allowed?
If you do 401k withdrawals and things like that, your 401k is a great thing to tap into. A lot of times you can get a loan through your 401k, so you're paying yourself back the interest and the principal that you borrowed from your 401k. Some places do also allow for what they call a hardship withdrawal.
Okay.
You to just do a straight withdrawal from your account, and then you're not required to pay it back as part of the repayment. It just gets taken out of your 401.
So let me ask you a question. Can you request non-repayment for a first-time home buyer from your 401k? Is that possible?
It depends on your 401k. You'd have to check in with your advisors to see exactly what your plan allows.
Okay.
But that PHFA loan I was talking about, it is a forgivable loan. So for that one, if you're in the house for 10 years, it's fully forgiven. If you're in 5 years, it's 50% forgiven. So it's 10% every year. That's
okay, great.
You wouldn't have to pay back.
Okay, great. I love it. I love it. So other places. So you can use your paycheck, savings, checking, and I think in just general, the reason I'm really being this way about this, guys, is because I want you to know that the lenders need to know where you are getting this money. So it cannot be in a shoebox.
Correct. And it
Cannot be
secured loan. They won't allow for that. If it was a secured loan, that would be a little bit different, but we would have to discuss the details of it to see really where you were getting the money from.
Okay,
There's different
so,
requirements for different types of loans. Absolutely.
but in general, we don't want you to pull the money from underneath your mattress or your grandmother's mattress and then say, hey, lender, I've got $30,000. We need to understand where your money comes from, guys. So if you're on the earlier part of this journey, home buying purchase or home purchasing journey, um, start putting money in the bank regularly and then be able to tell the lender where the money comes from. Okay, sorry, keep going.
It's important. Absolutely, absolutely. So even with those gifts and stuff like that.
Okay, all right. So Pennsylvania Housing Fund. Oh, I spelled it wrong. PFHA. All right.
HFA.
Yeah, I got it. All right, we're gonna delete that. We're going to delete that and do it over again. But we were talking about down payment assistance. So let's go back to that 5%.
Yep. So you get the 5% from PHFA, and that you don't have any interest on. You do not have any payments on until you sell the home or when it becomes forgivable after that 10-year period.
Okay.
So it's not something that you have to make monthly payments on. It's not charging you interest. It's just you take the money, and then if you move out before the 10 years is up, you pay back whatever the prorated portion is. So that's
Okay.
a wonderful program. So for you guys, we just would need a 660 credit score for that program. So we can discuss how to boost your credit if you're not quite there yet. I do work on credit with people as well. You would take a little bit of homebuyer education, but it's just an online course that's very quick for you. You learn a little bit about the
Awesome.
process, all that good stuff. Very good to learn about it. And then really, you just have to make sure that you don't have more than 50 grand in the bank. That's the only other thing.
Oh,
If you have a retirement, then that doesn't count. But if you have more than 50 grand liquid in the bank, they won't let you use the money because it's such a great program.
because you have money in the bank.
So correct, because then you don't need to borrow the free money that they want people who
Right.
can't afford to do it otherwise.
But
So
let me ask you a
little
question.
bit
Is
that
this
there is an income limit on it. The
ah
minimum income limit is 96,600 for a 1 to 2 person household. In the city of Philadelphia, it's up a little bit. It's 115,000 and some change.
that's the
Um,
maximum or the minimum?
that's depending on the area, the income limit changes a little bit. So that's the maximum down payment, but the minimum like range, because the city of Philadelphia is a little bit higher.
So
So
you
in the
can't.
South Coast suburbs, it's 96,600. In the city of Philadelphia, it's 115,000. It varies a little bit by the area.
Well, wait. Let me get clarity. It's 115 minimum or maximum salary.
Maximum income limit.
That's what I needed to know. Okay, great.
But the area minimum for the maximums, if that makes sense, is the 96,000 since they vary slightly.
All right. So we're just going to say 115,000 maximum,
Philadelphia.
but income varies. Okay. So,
Correct.
so guys, you hear that. If you make more than that amount of money, you may not qualify for this. Again, this is Stacy from Stacy Sells Philly, and this is Julie Hislop from Prosperity Home Loans, and we are talking about a special program through the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency, which gives qualified borrowers 5% in down payment and closing cost assistance. And so Julie has already gone through some of the information. And if you guys need a flyer from Julie, you just let me know in the messages and I will send one to you through Messenger. All right. So you said 10 years, huh? So this lasts for 10 years. After you purchase the home, it stays with your home for 10 years. If you decide to sell or leave before then, you have to pay the difference back. And it goes down, a percentage each and every year. All right. Well, that's good to know. Anything else about this loan that we should know?
I mean, it's really nice because we do both of them in house. So, a lot of the grant programs, you're responsible to do the work for yourself. This loan, we will help you get through from start to finish to the table. So, we will obviously need your help gathering documentation and all of that stuff. But as far as the loan, it's not that you have to go out and get it approved and everything yourself. It is done through us and through PHFA. So, that
Okay.
does help tremendously. So, you don't have to have it checked off your list and really already know about it before you start the home buying process.
Right. That's awesome. And so Julie and I were talking before we went live, and here's something I want to say. Do not be afraid. We understand that this is a very scary, large, frightful undertaking, buying a home. It's probably each and every one of ours largest financial investment. But don't be afraid. Call Julie tomorrow if you have a question about a loan, about a refinance. Call Julie tomorrow. Ask her. She is the professional in this area. I am not. I just know a little bit, but she's the professional, and she'll be able to tell you most of what you need to do in order to qualify. And don't be afraid and don't be upset if it's not tomorrow. If she says to you, hey, look, I can't pre-approve you right now, but I can send you to free credit counseling services, and maybe it's 3 months from now. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to hear no. And don't be afraid to hear yes, actually, on both ends of this. You might hear a yes and you're surprised. You might think that your credit score is bad. 660 is not bad credit, guys. 660 is not bad. I keep hearing, well, my credit's not that good. It's 750. You don't have, right. You don't have to be perfect. Right.
And if you're not there, like Stacy said, we will help you make a plan. Stacy, I know, is the same way. We want to get you into that home. So if you can't be approved at this very minute, do not shy away from calling us. Give us a call, because it helps to have a trusted professional that can really give you the steps and say, hey, 6 months from now, your credit's going to be in great shape as long as you do X, Y, Z. And we give you those steps so that you know what to expect as you move forward.
Okay, guys, that's awesome. So if you are doing some of these paid for credit improvement programs, that's fine. But we want you to get the most advantage out of those programs, as well as whatever our lender can offer you. All right, guys, so I think you've heard it all. And here's the last thing that we want to ask, Julie. What are your top 3 pieces of advice?
Ooh, good question. I would say contact your professionals. Just do not be afraid to reach out to people in general. People want to help you. We want to get you into your home. Don't cut yourself short, because a lot of people are in a much better financial situation than they think. Some people do need some assistance, and we're here for that too. But a lot of people are in a lot better shape than they give themselves credit for. Just trust yourself. And then just, save your money. Give us a call as soon as you can so that we can start really guiding you forward. And we can let you know, hey, you need X amount of money. Here's how you can save it, all that wonderful stuff.
Exactly. Okay. You guys heard it. You heard it. You heard it. I love the last one. Save, 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 save. Just put your money away. Always put your money away. Yep. Again, this is Stacy from Stacy Sells Philly. You guys know how to reach me. I am a real estate agent here in the Philadelphia metropolitan area. I am here tonight with Julie Hislop from Prosperity Home Loans. Here's her information. Please feel free to reach out to her tomorrow. Don't wait. Tomorrow. Call her tomorrow so that she can tell you what your capacity and capability is. She's going to be able to tell you that with a few clicks of a button. And if she needs you to go and do some other things, go and do the other things. And then what we'll do is she and I will communicate once a week and find out how you're doing. If she's heard from you, if so forth and so on. So I like to keep track of all of my people. All right, guys. Julie, thank you so much for coming on.
I appreciate it.
I really appreciate having you. And if anyone asks me for a flyer, do you have something to send to me so that I can send it? Okay, great.
Yep,
I really do appreciate it. All right. I really appreciate it. All right. You have a great night.
Thank you. Have a great night.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. All right, guys, you heard it. Julie from Prosperity Home Loans says, don't be afraid. She knows it's frightening, but she wants you to know you can call her and talk to her. And of course, if she doesn't answer, leave a message, okay? And tell her what you want and tell her who sent you. Stacy from Stacy Sells Philly. All right, guys, it's the end of my night. I have to put an offer in. I've got more work to do, so I've got to get off of this thing here. But again, I love you guys very much. Thank you so much for all of the referrals. I mean, I just cannot tell you, you guys are just fantastic. And again, if you have any questions about real estate purchasing for homeowners use or investment, you know who to call. Call me. All right, guys, you have a great one. Have a great holiday. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.